Hi guys, welcome back. Today we'll be taking a look at Tencent and Prosus. Before I begin, remember to take a second to give the video a like and subscribe as you greatly help out our channel. Without further ado, let's first start off with Tencent, the one listed in Hong Kong. The ticker is 0700. So you can see that it seems to be having some struggles after it hit a double top pattern and we started to pull back down. And as you can see, we are pulling back down all the way to the 50% Fibonacci support at 366.0. At the same time, it coincides with the rate baseline at around 368. So we are currently holding well, and on the way down, you see that the cloud is acting as a strong support. So hopefully we do not break down below the clouds. That would not be a good sign. If we were to fall further, then we're looking towards this 356.4 and also 344.4 as potential supports. If we were to break both of them, then we're likely to go back to retest 325.2. Let's take a look at some of its resistance on the way up. So currently now we're trading at around 378, and this morning we can see that we tested the high of around 381, 382. It coincides with this blue conversion line at 380.3. So this is having some resistance at this level here for now. And it's important to look at the resistance on the way up. So we're looking towards 382.4, 387.2, and 391.8. So long as we can cross this 392 with good volume and perhaps close the day above 392, that would be a good sign for Tencent. It shows that we can continue the bullish momentum. But that said, if we cannot cross this 392, then it's unlikely for us to go back up. So thereafter, we'll be looking towards this $400 psychological resistance, and thereafter testing the recent high of 406.8. So let's move on to Tencent, the OTC holdings. So similar pattern, you can see that there was some struggles here. It seems like a double top pattern, and we hit a high of 51.58 just recently. And looking at these supports on the way down, we are also testing this 50% at 46.39. And at the same time, looking at this rate conversion line at around 46.51 levels. So if we pull back down further, then we're looking at 45.16 and 43.64, or potentially we test the lows of 41.19. If you will do the Fibonacci resistance similar to Tencent, we can see that this morning, or rather just yesterday, we actually tested 48.28. But we pull back down. So if we can continue to climb up and perhaps close this gap here, then we're looking towards 48.91, 49.54, and 50.44. So long as we can cross the $50 psychological resistance, then we can potentially continue to climb back up. And at the same time, you can see that the cloud is acting as a support now on the way down. So hopefully it can continue to act as a strong support. Let's move on to TME. So TME recently, you can clearly see that it is not as well supported as compared to Tencent. So at its resistance and supports, you can see that after it failed to clear this 61.8% at 488, it pulled back down with this quite a bearish looking candle, and we started to slide down further. We found some support at this rate baseline here. You can see that on this just 2 days ago, we found support here at around 422 after it hit a low of 412. So if you pull back down further, then we're looking towards a $4 psychological support level and 385, or even potentially testing 352 once again. And at the same time, you can see that this is having some cloud support for now. Looking closely at this resistance, we are looking towards many resistance ahead. 50% resistance will be at 452, which was in fact went up above 452 yesterday, but we closed the day at 449. So thereafter, we're looking at this critical resistance here at 61.8% at 461, and thereafter retesting 475, or even potentially going back to 492. And hopefully we can break back above $5 this time around for TME. So lastly, let's move on to Prosus. So Prosus, as you can see, this is a very bearish looking candle on this about 4 days ago. So once you see this candle, is not a good sign. What it tells you is that we actually broke out above its previous high here. So you can see that there was a lot of resistance and sellers around this area here. So once we broke out about this, but we did not close above this level, it shows that this was just a fake breakup. So looking at this support, similar situation, we found some support at 50% at 47.89, and it coincides with this rate baseline at around $48. And it's having some cloud support now. So hopefully we can continue to go back up once again. Looking at some of its resistance, we are looking towards many resistance ahead at this 49.30, 50, 53, 51, 52, and 52, 51. So long as you can cross this 52, 51, then we can continue to break out above this strong resistance here. If we do not break out above this 52, 51, then I'm afraid we'll continue to become bearish and maybe even breaking down below the clouds towards 46.05 or even 43.76. And hopefully we do not break down this $40 strong and critical psychological support. If not, things will start to turn ugly. So overall, we seems to be having a pullback, but hopefully this is just a pullback rather than just a trend reversal. So if there's any changes, I'll give you guys an update. Thanks for stopping by. Till we meet again, appreciate the manipulation.